greenhouse update, a home greenhouse update. I don't think I've done one this year. It's a bit slow going in the greenhouse, the weather's not been that good recently. Things are hanging about in here that shouldn't still be in here, but nevertheless we'll have a look round and see how things are going. We'll start down in this corner in this little shelf. We've got some begonias that we bought yesterday. We've a plan this year that we're going to have some flowers on this shelf rather than peppers and things, which we've tried in previous years and we've never had a great deal of success, so we're going to have something different this year. We're going to have something of beauty on there. So along with these peppers on this shelf, there's some outdoor cucumbers, Burpler's Tasty Green. They're just about ready for moving on into some pots. We've got one of our celery plants, I think that might be one of our oldest ones, that's been rooted from celery bought from the supermarket. Some more cucumbers, then those two are just about ready for pricking out. We've got our best, sorry about that, I just kicked plastic tray. We've got some courgettes, 3 Defender, which are green ones, and 3 Atina Polka, yellow ones. In the corner is an hibiscus which has been cut back. We'll see how that goes through summer, but we're not holding out too much hope of that flowering. And then with our next set of lettuces, a mixed variety in this tray, and the other one are Great Lakes, a hearty lettuce. If we move on to this shelf, there's some extra courgettes. Don't think we'll need all those. Don't think even we can use that many courgettes. We've these flowers which will be either going in pots or staying on this shelf. This is another celery, which, thinking about it, is probably the first one we bought. It's rooted from a supermarket variety. We're just going to see how that goes. Moving back, we've got some geranium cuttings and some ochre. These were planted on the 9th of April. Those two are going reasonably well now. One down here, this one has just decided to germinate, and the other tuber, there's no signs in there. We've also got a couple of hostas which we're going to grow on in this mood of having some flowers on this shelf. For the time being, we've then got lots of brassicas, extra brassicas, and some more lettuce sown in these. They were only sown this week, so none of them have germinated yet. One thing I've still got to do is sort out this banana plant. As you can see, it's started to grow, but it needs all the compost replacing and this dead section which hasn't made it through winter I'll remove and then see how it goes through summer. Our peach, Avalon Pride, has got lots of peaches, and it's going to be a tricky one because we're going to have to decide how many to take off. Lots more fruit set, but it never got to this size, and they've fallen off as immature fruits, but there's no way it's going to carry on with this large number of fruits set on the plant, on the tree. Our apricot didn't have any flowers, so no fruit, but it looks quite well. Moving over now to the staging at the back is where our main tomatoes are growing. We've got one tray there of sun gold, and the misses aren't where plants have died off, it's just I didn't have enough seedlings to fill the tray. We've got some Shirley in this one, Albenga in this one. This is some we're trying after. We had a taster of these at the No Dig Gardeners Open Day. So we're trying some of those this year because we liked what we got. These are Roma, which will be going outside, plum tomato, and finally Rosella, a recommendation from Beach Grove Garden, a Scottish TV programme. If you don't watch that, I can thoroughly recommend that. We got some herbs then, some coriander and parsley, germinated in the last week or so. Then moving on, we've got more seedlings here. We've got some tomatoes. These are called Red Robin, and they produce a tomato that will seriously grow full size in something like a 4 or 5 inch pot and produce lots of small tomatoes. We've got some Cosmos that is ready for going out. We've got some Status in this one, Calibro cabbage in this one that's ready for pricking out. Coming back this way, we then have Mexican paintbrush, it says on the label. I'm not too sure what that is. It's one of Sue's seeds for the allotment. We had lots of zinnias germinate, but they've gotten to this. It looks like something's eaten them off, but I haven't seen any other signs of slugs or snails. These brassicas Killerton are growing really slowly. We've got 4 mini cucumbers, mini munch they're called, and these will be potted on and grown on in the greenhouse or maybe the cold frame. The tray at the end is an experiment. It's some Albenga tomato seedlings sown in the greenhouse just to see, for curiosity, if they germinate. And the answer is there's 2 in there, and they were sown on the 28th of April. So if they are going to germinate, it's going to take them a while. The only one other thing in here is this tomato plant has grown from a seedling in one of the fruit tree pots, and I've potted it on just to see what happens. I've got no idea whether I need to stake it, treat it as a bush or what, but we'll find out. The tomato plants, you may have noticed, need some water, but I'm a bit wary of watering them tonight because it's been really cold each night. Temperatures have been down to 3 or 4 degrees, so I'm going to give them a water in the morning. I think that will be much better than risking it tonight. So that leaves this side of the greenhouse to have a look at, and this is the side that still needs a lot of sorting out. We've got some tubs with plants in that need to come out of these tubs, and they'll be potted on and then grown on in tubs outside. Fuchsia in there showing no signs yet, but I suppose there's still time. This parsley, well, it's past its best, so it'll probably come out of there, and we'll sow some of those seedlings that you saw that have just germinated. We'll put those in that pot. We've got some more pot plants which will be going in tubs, and some old geraniums which I'll let flower and decide what to do with a bit later on. Looking down the rest of this side, we got a load of fleece that we're using to cover up all these plants overnight, and it's a reminder that most of these plants will be covered up tonight just in case there's a frost. These dahlias are ready for the plot, but there's no way at the moment I dare take them down the allotment, it's just too cold. Moving along, we've got another hosta which is going to come out and be sorted and see what we can do. We've got canna which is going to go in a tub by the greenhouse door. In fact, it's going in that tub there by the outside the greenhouse, and we've got another canna in the summer house which we're going to put in a tub at the other side, and then some plants round them. Going on down here, we've got more brassicas. These are red cabbage. These are some calabres. Over in that corner are Savoy cabbages. Then we've got a couple of trays of broad beans, masterpiece green long pod. These will follow on from the ones already planted out on the plot, and then we've got some more brassicas which I've only just planted out today. They're our Brussels sprouts, crispus. And finally, I can't really finish in the greenhouse without a quick look at our grapevine, our ancient grapevine, which is now beginning to take over the greenhouse. It's got some bunches of grapes, but all these long tendrils will need cutting back, otherwise it will absolutely cover the greenhouse roof. I hope you've enjoyed that look around the greenhouse. I'll try doing some updates as summer progresses and see how things change in the greenhouse. Thanks for watching.